successfully across each lane, the multiplier increases. It might go to times 1.2, times 1.5, times 2.0, and so on. The multiplier represents how much your original bet will be multiplied by if you cash out at that moment. So if you bet $10 and your multiplier is at times 3.0, cashing out would give you $30. That's your $10 bet times the 3.0 multiplier. Your profit would be $20. Step 3. Starting the game. Once you've placed your bet, you'll hit the start button or play button. This is when your chicken begins its journey across the road. Now here's where it gets interesting. In most versions of Chicken Road, the obstacles appear randomly. You don't control where your chicken goes exactly. The game uses a random number generator, an RNG, to determine whether your chicken successfully crosses each lane or gets hit. Some versions might give you limited control, like choosing left or right paths, but ultimately the outcome is still based on randomness and probability. Step 4. The critical decision, when to cash out. This is the heart of Chicken Road. As your multiplier climbs, you need to decide, do I cash out now and secure this win, or do I let it ride and try for a higher multiplier? Here's the tension. The longer you wait, the higher your potential payout. But the longer you wait, the higher the risk that your chicken gets hit and you lose everything. You'll see a cash out button on your screen. The moment you click it, your round ends and you lock in whatever multiplier you're currently at. Your winnings are immediately calculated and added to your balance. But if you don't cash out in time and your chicken hits an obstacle, your bet is lost. There's no partial credit, it's all or nothing. This creates a psychological challenge. Greed says wait for a bigger multiplier. Fear says cash out now before you lose it. Learning to manage these emotions is crucial. Step 5. Understanding the odds and probability. Here's something most tutorials won't tell you clearly. The probability of advancing gets harder with each successful lane crossed. Think about it logically. If there was an equal chance of success at every level, people would consistently hit massive multipliers and casinos would go bankrupt. That's not how it works. The game is designed so that the higher you go, the less likely you are to advance further. The specific probabilities vary by game and casino, but the general principle is always the same. High multipliers are rare because they're statistically unlikely. This is why you'll see lots of times 2 or times 3 wins, sometimes 10 wins, but very few times 50 or times 100 wins. It's not bad luck, it's math. Now let's talk about different betting strategies people use, and I want to be very clear here. No strategy changes the house edge. These are just different approaches to managing your gameplay. The conservative approach: cash out at low multipliers consistently. Some players aim for times 1.5 to times 3.0 every time. Lower rewards but higher success rate. This extends your playtime and creates more frequent small wins. However, you're still subject to the house edge over time. The moderate approach: aim for medium multipliers like times 5 to times 10. This balances risk and reward. You're not going for the moon, but you're trying to build meaningful wins. More variance than the conservative approach. The aggressive approach: letting it ride for high multipliers, times 20, times 50, times 100 or more. This is high risk, high reward. You'll lose most attempts, but when you hit, the payout is substantial. This is basically lottery-style gambling within the game. Which approach is best? Honestly, none of them beat the house edge. It's about what kind of experience you want. If you want longer playtime and more action, go conservative. If you're okay with quick losses for the chance at a big hit, go aggressive. But remember, no approach turns gambling into a profitable investment. These are just different ways to entertain yourself within the game. Let me give you some practical tips for actually playing. Tip number 1, set your budget before you start. Decide exactly how much money you're willing to spend on entertainment. Not what you're willing to invest or what you hope to grow. What you're willing to lose, because that's the most likely outcome over time. Tip number 2, set a win goal and a loss limit. If you're up 50%, consider stopping. If you've lost your predetermined amount, definitely stop. Don't chase losses. This is the #1 way people turn small losses into devastating ones. Tip number 3, take breaks between sessions. Don't play for hours straight. The longer you play, the more likely you are to make emotional decisions rather than rational ones. Tip number 4, never increase your bet size to recover losses. This is called the martingale system, and it's a trap. It feels logical, but it's actually the fastest way to lose your entire bankroll. Tip number 5, understand that streaks are normal variants, not patterns. If you've had 5 winning rounds in a row, that doesn't mean a loss is due. If you've had 5 losses in a row, that doesn't mean a win is due. Each round is independent. The game has no memory. Now let's talk about game variations. There are actually several versions of Chicken Road out there. Chicken Road 1, Chicken Road 2, and various clones with different names. The core mechanic is usually the same, but there might be differences in visual style, minimum and maximum bets, maximum multipliers, and the specific probabilities at each level. Some versions have additional features like auto cash out, where you can set the game to automatically cash out when you reach a certain multiplier. This removes the emotional decision making, which can be helpful if you struggle with impulse control. Some versions have statistics displays showing recent outcomes, hot and cold numbers, things like that. Ignore these. They're interesting to look at, but they don't help you predict future outcomes. Remember, each round is random and independent. Alright, so now you know how to play Chicken Road. You understand the mechanics, the betting system, the odds, and the common pitfalls. If you decide to play, use a licensed, regulated casino. I have a verified link in the description. But always do your own research too. Check the casino's licensing, read independent reviews, make sure it's legitimate, and most importantly, keep it fun. The moment it stops being entertainment and starts feeling like stress, obligation, or desperation, it's time to stop. Remember, responsible gambling means setting limits, understanding the odds, and knowing when to walk away. If you found this tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment if you have any questions, and subscribe for more honest gambling content. It's Ryan Casino. Play smart, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.